Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for what is going to be a pretty short video, but is actually some huge news, as the long-rumored upcoming Star Wars game being developed under the codename Project Maverick has finally been officially revealed. If you don't know, rumors and reports of Project Maverick have been floating around for months. Very early concept art was leaked on PSN a while back, but that's really all we had to go off of. Most people did assume this game would have something to do with flying because of the codename, as Maverick is a pretty on-the-nose reference to Top Gun. I hadn't covered anything about it up until this point, because honestly that one piece of concept art was pretty much all there was to talk about, until today. Earlier this morning over on the Xbox store, a homepage for the upcoming game was accidentally leaked, including some art for the new game as well as the official name, Star Wars Squadrons, and we also have some information on what this game is going to be about, as well as when the game will be revealed and released. The Xbox page for Squadrons didn't actually work, you can't pre-order it yet, it's just a dead page, so that being posted obviously was a mistake. However, just a few hours later, the official EA Star Wars Twitter account, as well as the former Battlefront 2 community manager, tweeted out the same artwork, probably only because the cat was already out of the bag. I doubt they planned on revealing it today. But they also gave us a date for the first trailer, which will be this upcoming Monday, June 15th, and the trailer is dropping early in the morning for the US, 8 AM Pacific time. Anyway, this game is being developed by EA Motive, and the only other Star Wars related thing these guys have worked on is the Battlefront 2 campaign. I honestly really don't know if that means anything. Motive was pretty limited by what they were given. I mean, Lucasfilm was in charge of the storyline, and Motive were forced to work with a ton of reused multiplayer assets, so I think Squadrons is going to be our first real look at what Motive can do with the Star Wars license. The official Squadrons art honestly doesn't show us a ton. I mean, I guess it confirms the game will have original trilogy content as we see X-Wings and TIE Fighters, but that's not exactly all that surprising. The real news here is from some of the details that were leaked today from industry insiders, and first and most importantly, this game will indeed be focused on space combat. Now, the report says it's focused on space combat, so I don't know if that means there's also a ground element, but aerial gameplay is going to be the focus, which, with a name like Star Wars Squadrons, I think most of us would have assumed that. I really do hope that means that this is a lot more in-depth than the space combat in Battlefront 2. While I do enjoy the Starfighter Assault game mode for what it is, I always wished it was a little more in-depth because I felt like there was some untapped potential there. Surprisingly, while this game will be primarily a multiplayer experience, Star Wars Squadrons will also feature a single-player campaign, although apparently the campaign is just a few hours long. I'm glad there's going to be a campaign, but I really do hope that this one isn't completely phoned in. I'm sure there is some potential for a 3 or 4 hour campaign to be solid, and as of right now, all we know about it is the length and that it exists, so I probably should hold off on judging it just yet. With an aerial-focused combat multiplayer, my question right now that we don't have an answer to is whether or not this game will include all eras. If it was going to, you would think that other eras would be represented in the artwork, but all we have right now to go off of are those two images, the concept art and the official game art from today, both of which show original trilogy era ships. Although the Star Destroyer in the concept art appears to be over Mustafar, which is at least something pointing towards non-original trilogy specific content. The rumor right now is that after the trailer drops on Monday, we'll be seeing a full gameplay reveal at EA Play which takes place next Thursday, and that would make a lot of sense. We also won't have to wait long to play this game, as apparently it's set to release early in the fall of this year, with a possible pre-release beta this summer. I definitely don't want to judge anything just yet. I do know some people aren't big on space combat, but I honestly think if done well, this game could be really fun, and I think we all could use a new Star Wars multiplayer game right now. I definitely do think this game needs to be a lot more refined than Battlefront 2 space combat if Motive wants this game to be a game people stick with. Also, as I mentioned, I really hope that this game includes content from more than just one era. While I do love the original trilogy, Empire is in my top 2, possibly number 1, I do really hope this game is fully fleshed out with content spanning multiple eras. There's not much use in speculating right now because by this time next week, any question I may have will probably be answered. Anyway guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I know it was quite short, but hey, there was only so much information to cover. If you did enjoy and could leave a like, I would definitely appreciate it, and if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. We are getting so close to 250k. Also, that updated Battlefront 2 star card video will be out in the next few days. I just want to make sure it's perfect and completely accurate. With that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.